the press is under a lot of attacks from all sorts of quarters.
She's a journalist!
Journalists are at risk of being captured and detained as punishment for criticizing political religious ideologies, hunted down for published images, kidnapped and tortured, or at worst killed for doing their job. Data across countries says 1,762 journalists have been killed between 1995 and 2021. Every 4 days, at least one journalist is killed around the world. According to UNESCO, 62 journalists were killed in 2020 alone around the world, with 9 out of 10 cases going unpunished in the last 2 decades.
Today, on the International Day to End Impunity for Crimes Against Journalists, we call for justice for journalists killed in the line of duty and commemorate their legacy and achievements. I urge all member states to stand in solidarity with journalists and to investigate and prosecute crimes against them with the full force of the law.
The chairman, Nigerian Union of Journalists, Lagos Council, urged government to revisit cases of slain journalists yet to get justice, even as the murder of Dele Giwa still re-echoes in the country.
We remember Bayowu of The Guardian. We remember Godinat Boroko of This Day, the late Dele Giwa of Newswatch, Edo Gbagu of The Nation, Abdulgani Lawal, a freelance broadcaster, journalist Ikechukwu Nubogu. We also remember Lawrence Okoye. We remember famous Diobaru and Eneche Akogu, Fidelis Ikwebe, and so on and so forth.
Nigeria has had its fair share of impunity against journalists. A journalist are slapped. If you remember what happened to a journalist during the memorial of EndSARS at the Lekki toll gate, a female journalist was manhandled and she kept saying, "Stay off me, just stay away," and all of that. Why would you mishandle someone who's there to report the facts?
A cross-section of journalists have lent their voices in condemning attacks and crimes against journalists.
The security agencies should realize that journalists, anywhere they are, they need to protect them.
A society that does not tolerate people in the value chain of information dissemination is a society that is not ready for development.
Legal practitioners also asked journalists to speak up when harassed.
The Nigerian Bar Association will always be ready to partner with the Union of Journalists in order to ensure that any of their members that has been his right has actually been violated, that we are ready to partner with them in order to ensure that their grievances are attended to by the judiciary. We are ready to sue.
Journalists advise that police around the world should be trained to understand the constitutional right of journalists in a democratic setting, and media house owners should stop breathing down the neck of journalists for casting headlines that don't sit well with them. The 2021 International Day to End Impunity for Crimes Against Journalists highlights the instrumental role of prosecutorial services in investigating and prosecuting not only killings, but also threats of violence against journalists. Kasmer Ozuribo, LTV News.